Hey everybody, 9-pound hammer Justin. I want to talk about something because I hear a lot of stuff and I've seen a couple of things. But I want to talk about DBI and DB. The differences between them, the characteristics between them, and how you can understand the differences. I made myself a couple of notes because I'm not a good talker. So I made notes so I can stay focused. I have trouble staying focused. So we're going to talk about DBI. DBI is a decimal related to the isotropic measure antenna performance. Isotropic radiates 360 degrees equally. So the measurement of DBI is related to the isotropic antenna performance that radiates 360 degrees equally. It's important to note that it's not a real antenna, but a model against which they measure it. You measure the gain. That's important. It's not a real antenna, but a model in which they use to measure the gain. DBI. dB is the ratio that measures the input to output power. It indicates the intensity of the signal power level by comparing it to a reference point. Once again, dB. dB is the ratio that measures input to output power. It indicates the intensity of the signal power by comparing it to a reference point. Now, both DBI and dB are both used to measure gain, which can be real confusing. Here's the key distinction between them. DBI compares the gain to isotropic antenna that radiates omnidirectional 360 degrees equally, to where dB compares the antenna gain to an antenna that focuses it in a certain direction. So DBI is valuing and everything on something that radiates 360 degrees equal, and dB is comparing antenna gain with a specific radiation pattern, meaning it radiates a certain direction. Another thing to remember, DBI, the I that's in the DBI stands for isotropic. So the key separation between the two is that DBI is comparing it to the gain of an omni-theoretical antenna. They both measure gain, but they use different reference values. Either way, 10 dBi or 10 dB means that there's 10 times more power in a specific direction. I'll walk you through the beginning of it. DBI is decibel related to isotropic measurement of an antenna that radiates that's 360 equally. It's important to note that it's not a real antenna, but a model in which they use to measure the gain. dB is the ratio. dB is the ratio of measurement to input to output, and indicates the intensity of the signal by comparing its reference point. I gotta take this, unfortunately.